Another episode of Oblivion Remastered. My favorite thing to say out loud. It's better than slicing bread and putting butter on it. That's not a thing you can say out loud. But, I love this game. I'm having a great time. We're going to try to unhaunt this house. I did what I don't normally do when I'm playing games, and I looked up a solution to this problem that I'm having. So, basically now I know that, I thought there was something else in the house. There definitely is, and now I know what it's called and what it should look like. It should be basically invisible, apparently. So that's good. Now I know that I'm looking for a very specific thing that's incredibly difficult to see, which, to be clear, I did believe was already the case. And in no appreciable way has anything about what's happening with me actually changed, except that now I know the name of the item I'm looking for, as if there'd be anything else. But importantly, I know where it is. I know where it's supposed to be, and I also have the ID of it in the wiki, so I'll just jam it into my inventory if I can't find it. But I'm gonna try my best to find it. Look well upon this chapel of the Bella. So we found the skeletal hand, and apparently, so once upon a time, there's a piece of paper that we're also looking for, and back in my day, in the original times, we're getting a torch out. In the before times, the page was quite easy to see, but the internet tells me that it is not easy to see anymore, so we are going to grab this. I mean, I looked so many times the honest way. So it's like a small, strange square that's smaller than a floor tile and looks almost entirely invisible. And apparently it can be all over the place. So we're just going to have to look for small rectangular things. We're just going to have to squint. We're just going to cheerfully talk about that while we do it. And if I go all over the place and I don't find this thing, then I'll just jam it into the inventory, because I'm playing on a PC and I'm free to do what I want. I don't have to be the prisoner of this haunted house, no. So I didn't look at what the whole quest is. I sort of vaguely remember it. I mean, even from this setup, I mean, we can figure out what's going to happen, right? We'll find a piece of paper, and then we'll get a quest to go and talk to somebody, probably, and then, it'll be fine. It's just taking its sweet time presenting itself. But, now that I know it's definitely supposed to be, in here, unless it's somewhere else. Could it be, in a different room now? I don't know. If it is, it's probably my fault for casting a fireball 10 years ago in this room. Is that it? It is. Alright, so here's how to unhaunt the house. Over here, so I guess you could sort of, yeah, you can kind of see that. But look how you got to get right on it. If you're even just yeah, if your cursor is just very slightly away from it, you can't get it. There we go. The scrap from the diary. Amazing. This is going so good. I found a skeletal hand next to a picture diary. It makes mention of a secret room in the house that only a true-blooded Bennerus can open. I'm going to need to talk to Velwyn about this. I may have to ask around town to find out where he's gone. Alright, so what's this thing say? The people of Anvil are worms. How dare they criticize what they don't understand? I shall have my vengeance in a form they cannot possibly imagine. I shall use the souls of the departed to prolong my own life. The tome is very specific. I must have more bodies. Yes, more bodies. I went through so much to get this. We're definitely reading it. 11 Suns Dawn. 3:35. I must protect myself from those meddlers. They shall not interfere in my designs. I've constructed a room in the basement of this manor. It is there I will inter my corporeal self, and I will transcend this plane of existence. Nice. Only a true-blooded Benris may open the portal, so if I fail, however unlikely that may be, a descendant may attempt to follow in my footsteps to carry on the true way. To make sure our secret is safe, I have harnessed the spirits of those whose bodies I've defiled to forever guard that place. And then 4 days later, on the 15th of Sundawn, the fools think I don't hear them speaking. I can hear their rumor and innuendo. They intend to meddle in powers they can barely comprehend. They call me an old fool and shun me. The young dare each other to step 1 foot in my yard. I have become the stuff of old wives' tales, without an apostrophe. I guess you don't need one. It's not important. I digress. That's a little editor's parenthetical thing there. And campfire stories. They dismiss me as an oddity, but soon they will see. When all of Anvil lies in waste around me, when their corpses litter the streets and their blood dampens the earth, only then will my true power be known and feared. Hardcore. Speaking of hardcore, it looks like we are in for a fight again. Okay, yep, more spirits. Fortunately, oh, did I get rid of my enchanted weapon? I did. Alright, so I don't think this can hurt them. Oh no, it can. We're good. That's right. I kept thinking that these were like normal ghosts, but these are special ghosts. These are cowards. Oh no. As I say that, they hit me with this freaking paralyze and I fall over. Well, that's what I get for thinking that I am hot stuff, huh? And then one will be upstairs, most likely. They're probably taking the scenic route down. They're probably getting lost just like I am. Yep, there we go. Another one. Alright, amazing. Well, we need to find out what is going on. And we're now going to be able, now that we found the piece of paper, we're going to be able to go back and, yeah, like, do I have, yeah, I think I just need to, nope, it's too low to cast that. Yeah, we just need to start, I should have done restoration forever ago, but you know, we can become more mature now. Oh, right, it's the wrong one. Minor wounds. Because Resto's really good, and now that I'm, like, a more accomplished mage, I'm understanding more of that. That'll be the reasoning. I don't want to lean into it for just healing. I want to use it for, like...
Hello there.
Enhancement of spells and stuff. But we're going to ask her...
How would you like to get my husband Gogan out of hot water? Believe
what has
me,
he done?
He'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. To think he'd fall for the gang's scheme. Oh, I could kill him. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, and you look confused. Let me explain. The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. It's been going on for some time now. The city guard hasn't done very much about it, because frankly, the men who are robbed are so embarrassed, they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own.
Do you know where Velwyn
I'm not
Benerus
sure
is?
where he went, but I would ask at the Count's Arms. If anyone knows where he is, it would be someone there.
Marvelous.
Good-for-nothing loss of a husband. He's lucky I still love him.
Yes? How are you?
Bash a couple nice charms onto the guards. Nothing like charming some guards.
Good hunting.
Tidings.
What? Farewell. Well, as soon as you bought the place, he pretty much up and left. I hear tell he's making his way to the Imperial City.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess that's where we're gonna go. Anybody else know something?
Farewell.
Ask, and I will listen. Well met. Bye.
Is that all we had to do? Yes, it is. Alright, we just had to be told that he went to the Imperial City, to the Elven Gardens District, which I probably could have figured out if I had just thought about it, like, where would he go? But now we do know. And we're just going to fast travel right there. I kind of want to travel overland, but I much more want to actually see this through to its conclusion after all I've been through.
The Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep.
In another tavern, eh? Hey, Velwyn Benaris. How's it going?
Surprised to see you all the way out here in the Imperial City. So, you think I'm responsible? I suppose you're right, as the manor used to belong to my grandfather, Lorgren Benaris. I knew there was a curse on that place, which is why I sold it to you so cheap.
Yeah.
I suppose I should have warned you, but I had to get out of Anvil. My family said I could move here to the Imperial City once all our loose ends were tied down.
What a jerk.
The manor was one of those loose ends. I fear my own greed got the better of my judgment. I hope you weren't hurt badly in that horrible place. I suppose I assumed you'd be able to lift the curse and be done with it. Lorgren Benaris was a strange old man, always dabbling and experimenting with magic. He was mostly harmless, until the fateful day he came across a tome bearing the evil magic.
He knows a whole lot about his evil ancestor.
He became obsessed and decided that by using necromancy, he could prolong his own life. The dark arts contained in the tome called for him to dig up the recently deceased in the nearby crypts under the cathedral.
Not perfect.
When it was discovered that he did this, the Mages Guild called for a quick meeting to decide what to do. It only took minutes to decide.
Yeah, they don't love necromancy
here.
Led by a young
upstart named Carahil, the Mages Guild stormed Benaris Manor and slew Lorgren. However, amid the chaos, his body vanished. Because of this, the people of Anvil concluded the manor must be cursed. You are the first person to set foot inside in a long time.
Well, you're coming with me, buddy.
According to the diary entry, it seems that I'm the only one who can open the secret door in the manor. And I can't help feeling slightly guilty selling you the place under these circumstances. I'll meet you in Anvil at the Count's Arms. From there, we'll try to lift the curse together.
No, well, that was easy. Maybe it's because we're so charming.
Well, yes, he just... A little food and drink will do you some good. Goodbye.
How are you?
I'm gonna throw some charm around and keep on going. When we get to 50 illusion, we're gonna start having access to some cooler stuff, I think.
What brings you here?
Have you had the pleasure of staying at the Tiber Septim?
It's the finest place in the city. Simply an excellent...
I've heard others say...
Oh, I shall be so pleased to be finished with this.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Hey.
We'll just charm some guards. You know, you never know when you'll need them on your side. It doesn't last forever, but... Alright, that's right. I went to my haunted house, but I was supposed to go to the Unhaunted Tavern, so that's where we will go. Running and jumping everywhere. I love that this game rewards you for jumping, for truly that is the way of the gamer. Although I find I rarely do it, you know, as a general matter. Alright, where is this Benaris fellow? Is he here yet? We'll wait for the daytime. It's easier to deal with a haunted house in the daytime, especially when the ghosts are real.
I was half expecting you not to show up.
How dare you, sir?
Are you ready to go to the manor? Then let's get this over with.
You look like a bright one.
How's this dude gonna be like, I didn't think you'd show up after all I went through? Looking on the floor like 7 or 8 times.
What's going on with you? They say
We'll just walk around carrying our staff. That'll intimidate people, right? It will. Not that we need to. We're super charming. I missed again. The third person magic for touch is like crazy off from where you would expect it to be. At least if you're me. This guy is going swimming. Good on you, Langley. You're a charming guy. Is he gonna go in through the gate? Nice. Very classy. Alright, we've arrived at the manor. Must proceed cautiously to the secret room's entrance and prevent any harm from befalling us if the curses are released from this place. Alright, well that means we're saving the game.
Okay, you lead from here. Hopefully we can make it to the basement without too much fighting.
Whoops.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Oh, I accidentally hit him. You know, that's exactly why I saved. Can we sue them? No. Alright, well anyway. Time to reload. So anyway, one of the hardest things in a game like this is when you're,
Okay, you lead from here.
when you're in a combat situation with a friendly character who runs in front of your sword. It's bad, you know. It could happen in any kind of game. I almost did it again. Because he's like trying to run in front. What? No, not. Maybe I'm supposed to try to avoid them. But it sure looked like he was literally just trying to get in front of my blade. I just need to push him out of the way a little bit. Alright. That went super well. I feel very strong about the future. Alright, we got some more. We got some more. Oh, it's a ton more. Great. And I have to try to manage the absolutely brain-dead AI. Well, that's unfair. First of all, it doesn't have a brain, so how am I going to criticize it? doesn't really help. If he just, like, doesn't move forward, that'll be okay. Oh, no. So either that is a paralyzed spell, or it's draining my fatigue, and then whenever it goes all the way down, that makes me fall down. I'm not sure which. Functionally, that's just like a spicy paralyzed spell. But mechanically, it's quite interestingly different, right? Because you could just, you know, if you don't want to use a paralyzed spell, you could do different things. Like, I think you can drain their speed, you know, like really significantly with magic eventually. You know, stuff like that. And I just really love the Oblivion magic system so much. I wanted to do just like a sort of standard illusion mage, you know, for this first run. But I mean, standard for me. But I definitely want to pursue some of the weirder stuff later on. All right, Velwyn and I have arrived at the secret door. Do you want this hand?
Lead on. I hope that whatever... As soon as this opens, I'm leaving.
Alright, now can I use the hand? Okay, so he did open the door, apparently, and then he ran off. Oh, he just opened it, and he's gone, like, immediately. Okay, well, we're right here. So is that like a fire trap? It looks like one. Maybe it's just these runes on the wall. They sure look like traps. Maybe they will be if our friend wakes up. So he's got hammers, tongs, scythes, cups. Very standard, creepy necromancer ritual stuff. And there's a skeleton. Do we want to look around? Is there any... Okay, there we go. Oh, now we're talking. The Grand Necklace of Sea Walking. Now I can put that on and I can walk on water 100%. Which is, as we all know, very awesome. I don't know if it makes me take fall damage when I hit water. I'll have to look into that. But as for now I can walk on water. Very cool for a pirate.
Desire the chance to atone for my sin.
I don't believe them.
The things I've done to the people of Anvil, the horrible, unspeakable acts I've committed, demand repentance. Gareth was justified in his actions. Slaying me was the only way to stop the madness.
Who lit these candles?
No, so I may make my final peace with the Nine. Please rejoin my body.
This is so transparently a lie. I love it. This is a brilliant gambit, right? Yeah. He said he wished to atone for his past and make peace with the Nines. All he wished was to be whole again. This must be the way to lift the curse. I should touch the skeleton while I carry the bony end and put it into this madness. I have a strong narrative feeling that he is deceiving us and we're about to fight. So let's see.
It never fails to amuse me how easy mortal man is to
Yep, there we go.
You've assisted me in completing the very thing Carrie Hill and
Oh, he's like a lich. Great.
all those years ago. My ascension to immortality.
I bet he's not that immortal. We'll put that name to the test.
I clashed with mortals. I underestimated their power. I shall not repeat that mistake twice.
I bet it will.
I live again.
Does he have ads? Yes. They are Skelly champions, which are quite strong. Do we want to time them out? Maybe. Alright, he casts Fireball, so we need to change our gear real quick. So we don't need the feather. We're going to take this agility, magic resist, and then this fire resist ring, and that'll put us into a better position. Oh wow, he hit super hard. And of course I can't leave. Alright, we just need to... Oh, I don't have any healing potions. Well, this is a bad time to not be very good at healing. Yes, be aggressive. It worked. Ha ha ha. Magnificent. So complete skeleton was a ruse, and he rose from the dead. I had no choice but to destroy him. There we go. Yeah, exactly. No choice at all. He drops only some bone meal. Well, you know, I guess I get a house out of the deal, so... Yeah. Ooh, Staff of Flame. There we go. Alright, yeah, so 40 points of fire damage on target. A strong wizard will just carry a bunch of staves around and then... Alright, wonderful. We have unhaunted the house. At long last. Well, we still have something else to do with the quest, but I'm pretty sure that the ghosts are dealt with. Oh, it's already fixed up. The pot's back together. Got some nice cheap wine around. Now I don't want to even parkour upstairs. I'd knock things over. Got the table set for, you know, guests. You got your silverware. Oh yeah, what a fancy old house it is now. My room's got a nice little crystal ball, so sure. Got very classy clothes. My stuff is still in the chest. I just realized, I'm like, oh man, I wonder if all my alchemy stuff is going to be in the chest. I'm not sure if all the things got saved, but at least my alchemy stuff was in the right place, so that's good. Alright, yeah. Wonderful. The shutters are on the windows now. You know, it's still like a little overgrown-ish around the sides, and you still got like a crumbled wall, but you know, at least now it's not haunted. The lights, you know, are on in the nighttime. It's a classy place, you know. It's a good house.
You look like a bright one.
Timothy LaRouche, I charm you. It's important to charm everyone you see. It's the only way to make your way in the world.
May I help you? Well, good day.
I'm sorry for running away like that, but fear got the best of me. I'm glad you talked me into coming with you. Now that the curse has been lifted, I feel like I've taken care of my family's unfinished business.
Yeah, I mean, you did all right.
Excellent work, my friend. May the manor give you many years of happiness. I'm now off to the Imperial City once more. Farewell.
Yeah. Huzzah. Marvelous indeed. Hello,
What?
Wilbur.
You hear about Gauguin? Be seeing you.
Hi there.
Nice. All right, well, we are going to go to the Cove real quick and buy a bunch of lockpicks, because I got, like, some cash now, right? Yeah, I got some. I don't think my dudes have returned. I was talking to my friend at work, and they were telling me about some other, like, I guess this is an expansion thing that's going on here, and there's a bunch of other ones that are DLC and stuff, and I just, you know, I just didn't know about them. I guess there's like a castle. They said that there should be a thing on the map by Coral. This Battlehorn Castle, I guess, like that's marked. I haven't been there, but I guess that's like another place to potentially live or do stuff. So that could be pretty cool. We'll figure it out as we go. But now that my house is unhaunted and I got my Pirate Cove, you know, everything's on the up and up for Alyssa, hero of Kvatch, and, you know, indeed, practically everywhere. Hero of practically everywhere.
You a pleasure. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. A good price for a good customer.
All right, finally, we got to Journeyman Mercantile, which I believe is 50. Yeah, it's 50, right? Yeah. So now we can buy and sell any object to any vendor, which is, I mean, just objectively the best ability in the game. Now you're freed from, you know, having to worry about, you know, where you're at.
Tell your friend goodbye.
Did they just get back, or are they still running around? They are having a time. I don't think we've been gone for a week.
Like a bright one.
Go ahead. What can I interest you in? You too.
Because this dude's down here by all the stuff that I took
Hi there.
from him.
Have a look around.
And
You won't find
he's
better
got
prices
a
in all
ton
town
of
Real.
lockpicks, and can I haggle him down? Yeah, I should be able to. He likes me 95. We should be able to get like... Yeah, so there, just by having, you know, good personality and stuff with the guy, we're able to save 100
Goodbye.
coins. Which doesn't sound like much, but, you know, it's like 20% discount. It's quite nice. We're going to go down here just on the offhand chance that any stuff's been put into the chest. Doesn't look like it. You know, we should empty these chests. That'll at least let us test if eventually they will be replaced by things. Of course, if we keep on coming back to the cell in the game, it won't matter if the quest would normally, if the items in the chest would normally refresh as if newly populated. Because in Bethesda games, as you may be aware, but maybe not, things can come back depending on the object and depending on the classification of the place. There's different timings on it. But if you find like a certain vampire ruin that you like, if you wait like a week, it'll definitely come back if you don't go in, and you can run it again. There's a couple in this game that I had a preference for whenever I would play, but I'm trying to be more varied.
What's going on with you?
They say that slavery has been abolished tomorrow.
Alright, so these guys are just like, they are just having a time. Who knows? Who knows what they're trying to do? Who knows where they're trying to go? So I'm not supposed to be here. I'm like breaking into the castle. I shouldn't have my sword out either. What am I doing? I mean, I'm nosy. I just want to know what's going on, right? I guess this is straight, just like a back way into the castle. Into the royal quarters. Well, that's not ideal. Well, I don't really want to break in there. I mean, we could. It'd be fine. Obviously, I wouldn't get in trouble or anything. They wouldn't be able to prove it was me. Could have been anybody in a mithril suit of armor, after all. We're just gonna sleep for a little while in our comfy little bed. You know, this was a haunted area, and then we finished the haunted house. A lot of haunting. A lot of haunting indeed. I do love these cutlasses. They are the coolest looking items. They really knocked it out of the park with the filigree. The ornamentation going on. It's you know, because you can barely see it. You got to really look for it, and I just love that they made this awesome like clipper ship looking thing on the bottom of the model, where I mean anybody could look at it, but it's that's the sort of thing that I like, you know. When you turn an item around and they made the side that may not have a lot of people look at it. You know, have something cool. Alright, we're gonna try to turn this in again. Maybe now that I've left for a while, it'll work. Because I want it cleared out of my, log. I mean, I went through a lot to get this done. I mean, I paid a bounty. I don't think I have to tell you how much that stings. I mean, I guess it's fine sometimes, but
Well met.
Makes me feel weak. Hey, we got 49 athletics, so one more to the break point for a new nice ability. Very cool.
Good day. The best dog. Or rather, normally I make them. You know,
if I... The... A rat... No... And... You know... Bye. Good... Cast... The... My... You too. I hope...
Alright, yeah, so I don't know, maybe we can't... I'm like, we tried to cycle through all of the options, right?
Farewell. Well... If I... The... Norm... And... You know...
Alright, well,
Certainly.
you know...
You too.
You know, she likes us plenty. But yeah, so,
It's my mother. Oh, bye.
And that's all there is to that.
I offer the finest goods.
That's you know, we're always going to have that in the quest log, I guess. It's okay, whatever. We're gonna give her all the keys to Hector because I don't need them anymore.
That's a fair deal.
I probably don't want to give away this sigil stone. That's like important for the past. We should probably hold on to that.
You got a great deal there. Thank you. Goodbye.
Alright, well, she's very thankful. She just doesn't know that I did it, and she never will. That's alright. So let's work on this Sirens deception thing. What a wonderful jump that was.
Hi there. We're here. The new owner sure has turned Benerus Manor around.
Oh, thanks, man.
It's now a welcome addition to our city. You too.
Like, is it this farmhouse? Is it this farmhouse?
What do you want? If you see my good-for-nothing husband, Yalfi, tell him I want back what he stole from me. Perhaps you can help me. My husband's name is Yalfi the Contemptible.
Yalfi the Contemptible?
My father said I was a
What a
fool
name.
to marry him, but I didn't listen. At our wedding, my father gave us a family heirloom as a gift. Rockshatter, a mace that's been in my family for many generations. Yalfi snatched Rockshatter from our mantle and took off to find his fortune with the local marauder gang at Fort Strand. I want that mace back. Please, I don't think he's ever coming back, and I'd hate to lose such a precious heirloom to a gang of thugs.
Well, we'll do it.
No.
I mean, maybe not right
bring
now,
back
but we'll do
Rockshatter.
it. Yes, it means a great deal to you, and I believe you. And I would normally sit and listen to you talk, but I'm on the hunt.
Evening.
Well met. Go. You too.
Good to see.
Timmy must have been knocked on the head.
You.
Bye.
Alright, so do any of these people know this old gang? Well, you know, if you're looking for a gang of people that are, you know, seducing strangers and spiriting them away, looking in a tavern's fine, but I don't know if it's working out this time. Oh, it's already midnight here.
Hey, take care.
Morning.
Greetings. What do you want? Good day.
What? You too.
What do you want? You too.
You know, at least we can just illusion some people up, right?
Who will are you? He's a fairy tale. Have you heard? Blessings of Julianos upon ye.
Maybe we should go to the waterfront.
Yes.
Less classy place, you know. More rough and tumble clientele here at the Flowing Bowl. Maybe they'll know.
Good morning. Nobody goes into the mountains but hunters and thieves on the lam. Be seeing you.
How are you?
Welcome to the Flowing Bowl. I'm Mainlorn. My twin's name is Cainlorn. How to tell us apart? I'm in brown. He's in blue. Simple, really. The Count went missing about 10 years ago.
Oh, interesting.
No one knows what happened to him.
Very interesting.
Lady Malona
actually.
rules County Anvil. Her ladyship has no intention of remarrying. Liked her first Count well enough, I guess. Doesn't fancy a replacement.
I bet she
Can I
murked
interest
him.
you in some of my wares?
Farewell.
What?
Vera Morvaine's been a good master.
Bye.
Alright, well.
Good to see you.
Oh, we're not supposed to go in there. Well, if they don't want us to go in there, we're not going to go in there. Here's the forecastle, but with all the apostrophes.
I'm Thurendil, son of Julianos and Mohitatona, queen of Akavir. These slugs climbing my spine itch something fierce. Like to dance?
Oh, he's
Mother's coming for me in the dragon
touched.
ships. I don't like these itchy clothes, but I have to wear them, or it frightens the fish.
You too.
Nice guy.
Timothy LaRouche, late of the Black Dog, able seaman. I've gone aground in ports all over the Abyssian Sea, and Anvil's far from the worst. Got a forecastle for my hammock and Mirabelle to keep it warm. Goodbye.
Good. Can I? You too.
If I could find this lady's good-for-nothing husband.
Head on.
What's going on with you?
There are rumors.
You look like a bright one.
We're just gonna bash some mysticism here. Not least because it might let us see somewhat hidden, but mainly because
Today's your lucky day,
wanted to get
so
some.
let's hear it. Heinrich Oakenhull. Anvil wouldn't be my choice for a refit. No proper yard, neither spars nor scantlings in good supply. But it's ill luck to complain. You too.
Good morning.
Umaril is returned, as was foretold by the head of Eleanor.
dude loves preaching. Everybody knows that about him.
Hello. One more call. Thank. Blessings of Akatosh upon you.
Alright, so... yeah, you know, we'll go, you know, left here and maybe we'll find something that way. After all, there's got to be something this way. I mean, there doesn't. Not least because we've probably been out this way before, right? I mean, probably. Why would we not? Yeah, because it leads there. So any logical nearby farmhouse, you know, maybe that's the one that it goes to, but yeah, it's, you know, we're just gonna go to Fort Strand. You know, it might as well do that thing if we can't sort this out. And we'll just put a pin in the Sirens' deceptions, right? When the veil breaks, the cradle will fall. It's a nice fort. You see it, you know, dominates the surrounding countryside just like a fort should. Sorta strange, you know. It may make more sense to have it over on that side, but I guess this was meant to protect this side of the well, moat's not quite the right word, but the natural. If it's, I love the Anvil Castle. It just like it shows up so well. And here, of course,
Here will not be tolerated.
by being incredibly awesome at jumping, we have rendered them like really upset. Like I don't even know if they can get up here, right? I don't know if they know how. Because I'm like really good at climbing now. I am an acrobat. Oh yeah. See, this is like what you could do when you're like really good at jumping. But I'm a sportsman. You imagine someone's just like shooting you full of arrows and then they just all of a sudden jump down. I can imagine, for I have done this. Whoops, didn't mean to grab the pants too. Tormorax, that's what, like a 7-to-1? I mean, might as well for right now. We'll go ahead and put our feather ring on. We shouldn't need fire resist for a fort of bandits, right? Might have just been one of these little chumps outside, and then we'll go in to find the item. I imagine that is the case. This guy's not very perceptive. I'm gonna shoot him in the head. Never should have come here. Nice. Gonna take his little steel bootses. We'll probably toss them later, but you know, we might, you know, between our ring and the feather, we might have a good amount of carry weight. I don't have my torch out, which is good, because we want to be secretive. That is a trap. Where does it get set from? Well, that's sorted out from where it got set by. I still don't know where I hit the tripwire. Was it? Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. Ultimately unimportant. Because I'm just going to shoot this guy. And then he got bonked in the head.
What's that?
The trap that keeps on trapping.
You move like a pregnant cow! Why won't you die?
I'm so much better at archery than you are. I think I have 3 arrows, so that's good. Amazing. Massive Orcish Cuirass, which is great. You know, when you get something of that price, you know, it's like, bam, you get to sell it for, what, many hundreds? Yeah, 930. So it's like, you know, 20-ish to 1. But it also weighs like 45, so you get like, you know, a cool 1,000 out of it. Is it as efficient as finding, you know... This is just like a pillow down on the floor. Interesting. Is it as efficient as some other things? No, absolutely not. But it's still nice, you know. And this guy's got the 10-to-1 Dwarven Cuirass, so the Orcish one sells for, you know, twice as much relative to the weight. And there's our over-encumbrance. It's fine. As I think we'll just ease this old burden. You know, I almost want to go out and sell these things first, but you know, we'll just deal with it. Oh, right. Oh, I see it now. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, this place is genuinely inhospitable, huh? And this very perceptive fellow is now just going to get slain quite casually. Okay, Orcish boots are 20-to-1. That's better than a lot of the other stuff we're carrying. The rat betrayed our position. Yalfi the Contemptible. Is he like their leader? He definitely, like, was not in over his head, you know. He looks like he's, like, wearing some nice stuff and, like, being a bandit, right? Oh, he was a Nord. I shouldn't have been trying to... use a bunch of ice magic on him. I know better than all that. Well, we're just going to spam some cures here. That's what's hot on the streets right now. We're just gonna put our hand up. We're very close to 25, by which I mean we're level 22, which is practically close to 25. And there a lot of options open up, like the ability to heal 3 times as much. Probably even more than that. Alright, so we got Rockshatter. The thing is because it's a quest item, it doesn't currently weigh anything. And that makes me want to use it forever and never give it back. No, we're not a blunt person. And while we are willing to steal things, I mean, not something that I don't even want. Alright, we need to shed 80 carry weight. We'll drop... Alright. I don't think we have that much useless stuff. We just need to drop like a really... Alright, there we got a 5-to-1 there. And then we got a 10-to-1, and now we just need to get rid of that. That was... We got like a 12-to-1 there. 1-to-1 garbage. Dwarven axe. Yeah, it's just like an 8-to-1. There we go. Good stuff. Now we're where we want to be again. There may well be a chest in here somewhere.
Whatever it was.
Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks on me.
Hello? Who's there? That's the best you can do?
Do your worst.
Oh yeah, nice. We already took out the leader. Now the problem is, well, we're no closer to having a good carry weight, but that's fine, you know, because we know we've got a whole bunch of like heavy orcish stuff on there. So, you know, if it just works out that, you know, we've got an embarrassment of riches. Ooh, Greaves the Warmonger. Now this is heavy armor though, so 45 fatigue on self, 35 points. Pretty cool. Ultimately just gonna get sold. We're over encumbered again, of course we are. Haha! All of that for 32 lousy gold. Worth it. Alright, we're still over encumbered, so we need to shed 80 more weight. Okay, so... You can just look at things by order of weight. Alright, so what... Do we have anything that's, like, bad that we want to get rid of? Not the Elven Dagger. Alright, so... Conclusion is we're just carrying around a ton of junk, so we're going to run through these hammers real quick, and it's always good to repair up all the random stuff that you've got. So, alright, so that gives us basically none of it. So we're just going to drop one of these at 20-to-1, and then now we're going to drop one of these at, I mean, that's still, I mean, slightly less than 21, but then we need to drop 10 more weight. Pair of Orcish boots, there we go. So, I mean, like, it's a lot of money to leave on the ground, but, you know, we can only carry what we can carry, right? That's the sad reality of not being better at carrying things. And we're fine at carrying. I mean, like, with these spells, 320, that's a totally decent carry weight to be at, you know? We've got a ring for 50 and the spell for 50, which ends up being, you know, 45, but who's counting? And we're going to voyant our way out of here.
Huh? It's a fight you want! It's a fight you will get! You need help! I'll pick my teeth with your spine!
Oh, we're about to be 58 destruction. Yeah, we're about to get a massive power spike for our character as we approach the all-important 50 breakpoint. Because, like, the spells that you get at level 50, like, that's where it's at. Or rather, that you get access to. Because it's like another level of power. It's, like, really solid. And then when you get to 75 and it's nutty because, I mean, by the time you're at 100, it's like it's all just delicious, delicious gravy, right? It's just icing on top of the cake. I'm mixing metaphors here. And we're just gonna hoof it to Whitman. After all, running and jumping is fun. How close are we to a level? Pretty far. Because there's basically nothing better in the game than getting a quest item that you want to use and then just not giving it to the person because they don't weigh anything.
Rockshatter yet by chance? I'd already convinced myself I'd never see Rockshatter again, but I was wrong. What's become of Yalfi? He was a good man when I married him, but greed took a hold of his heart.
Oh yeah,
While I'm not happy he's dead, I'm glad he's at peace.
How mature.
Well, I'm just glad that it's all over and Rockshatter is back where it belongs, in my family. I feel I owe you something for your efforts. Yes. I feel it only appropriate that you have my dowry.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I would consider it an honor. May the
345 gold.
watch you.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. You're a nice lady, Maeve. Maybe we'll come back and marry you someday, you know, if you'll have us. Is she wearing it on her belt? She is. Hardcore. Love it. Love her. She's a hero.
Well, sorry, no time to talk.
Man, I totally want to steal that horse one day when all these people can't see me.
Anytime now. Well met. Take care.
All right, we're gonna go nuclear on this. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna look at the names of the houses and try to find these people's house. Gogan's house. There we go. And we're gonna go there. That's right. We're actually gonna think about where things could be.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Oh, we're not allowed in. Well, what if we wait to a better hour? Ah, Gogan. Bonjour.
Talk to Malona. She runs the council. Judge, jury, and executioner. The new owner, talk to her. She seems to
have all the answers. Wow, what a jerk.
Have all the answers.
Talk to Malona. Got it. Is she home?
Witches! How dare they prey on our men? When Gogan was, with the women, they took something quite valuable from him. No, it's not what you're thinking.
Huh.
He was carrying a precious family heirloom with him when he was lured out to their lair. It was a small ring given to him on our wedding day. The ring belonged to my mother and has been in the family for generations. I'm willing to give you all the money I have to get it back. Can you help? Thank you.
It's not
all
a lot,
I can
but
tell
we'll
you
help.
is that the best place to start is at the Flowing Bowl. Gogan may be... The Flowing Bowl attracts the worst Anvil has to offer. Always be on your guard.
What do you want? See my... Yes, it's true. I lost the family ring to those Sirens. I'm ashamed about the whole incident, but not ashamed enough to ask for your help. I was sitting in the Flowing Bowl when the most fetching Nord woman you've ever seen walked in with an equally attractive Imperial woman following. After we exchanged words, I followed them out to a farmhouse. Inside, they asked me to remove my clothes and items. Well, I did. And then suddenly they brandished weapons and robbed me. They sent me away with barely a stitch of clothing. Harlots. Just please.
Oh
help
yeah,
me
they're
get that ring
terrible.
back.
It's not
I want
you.
to save what's left of my marriage. I'm merely a man. How could I resist? What a mess I've got myself into.
We need to sell this stuff off first, so we're just gonna come in here and wait for morning.
What do you want? Yes. Farewell. Well, now, let's do business.
Alright, and now we are just going to get a ton of money, yeah. So these greaves, we're just going to sell them. 995 gold is great. Elven dagger, that's right.
An excellent bargain. You got a good price.
I need to put this Shadow Banished wine up. You know, there's a point where we're carrying too much of it, right? Don't need these venisons. All right, yeah, excellent.
Thank you for
now we're back down to 125 carry weight or whatever, which is a much more comfortable place to be. We'll see what we can do about these alleged Sirens.
Tidings, citizen. Good morning.
Go ahead, please. You too. From where do you hail?
I'm mate.
Yes, I've noticed some of them in my establishment. They don't break the law while they're here, so there's nothing I can do. If you wait around long enough... Bye.
Good to see you.
Ah, here we
Talk
are.
to Faustina. She's got a proposition for you.
Signy Homewrecker.
Never seen you here before. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I've put together a gang. We make money by luring fools out to the middle of nowhere and robbing them blind. Our targets? Weak-willed men who are easily fooled into believing they will have their way with us. Oh, men are so gullible. I'll leave the decision up to you. If you want to join up, meet us at the Gredden farmhouse around 11 in the evening. I'll mark it on your map. Oh, and one more thing. If you breathe a word of this to the city guard, you won't live long enough to get whatever reward they're offering.
Do I want to join them? That could be fun.
Remember, 11 in the evening. Don't disappoint.
Greetings to you. The Emperor and his 3 sons, dead. Right under the noses of the Imperial Guard. It's a disgrace.
Ah.
Be nice to get another pretty face in the gang. I'm listening. Don't talk such adventure. Is that so? That's pretty good. You can't. My life. Yeah. What Oh, yeah. What nonsense. Don't talk. I salute you. I salute you. Good one. Don't. Sorry.
What's
Be
the
nice
news
to
from
have
the other
someone
parts of
else to do the dirty work.
The Telvanni do their best to close the...
See you at 11. Just to be perfectly clear, we're not prostitutes. We do everything on our own terms, and the men never, ever lay one hand on us.
This is unbelievable.
Be nice. You can make a good deal of money in our gang, but you have to be willing to show a little skin, if you know what I mean.
How can... Take care. Farewell.
What a disreputable gang. You know...
Dock is free. What do you want?
It does seem like a good way to get rich, though.
I'm a Soldan, mate. Farewell.
Leave me to my... Farewell.
That's good old Aelwyn, who, you know, almost had a really bad time. I thought she was an enemy the other session, but she ended up making it out alive, so that's good for her. Okay, so it seems they have returned for their mission and plans my share of plunder in the captain's quarters to the Black Flag. Well, that's good news.
I see you decided to take us up on our offer. Good. We could use another gal in the gang. Here's how it works. We case the flowing bowl for a likely subject. Namely, we look for a married guy who drinks a lot. Then we'll send you in there where you... When he gets there, so far we haven't had to draw one drop of blood. The best part of the whole thing is that the men are so embarrassed they won't tell the guards. So, the bottom line is, you show a little skin, just a tease, No one touches you. Well, that's never happened before. I suppose. But why say no when it's so much easier and more lucrative to say yes? Or are you here for something else? Damn, I knew it. You're working for the city guard, aren't you? I didn't think they would be stupid enough to send someone alone.
I just need
but
the ring.
So be it. I should have known after I fenced that stupid ring and discovered it was a fake. Worthless. All part of the guard's plan, I suppose. Okay, girls. We got someone who doesn't want to cooperate.
Die, damn you! Die, damn you!
Like, how tough are you? Not very. Yeah, they're just...
Why won't you die?
Pathetic.
Sorry, no, Faustina, you'll go down. Alright, key to the basement. Yep, I had no choice but to kill them.
We had a feeling you'd be surprised when you saw us in our real uniforms. I see you have a puzzled look on your face. Ask away. Gogan and I are really members of the Anvil City Watch. I suppose you could say we work undercover. We've been trying to foil Faustina's gang for months now. Every time we tried to interview a man who was lured there, they refused to talk. The women in the gang picked married men to seduce for just that reason. It was decided the only way to stop this gang was to send in a stranger. You fit the bill perfectly. It's a shame it had to end in so much violence. But someone was bound to get hurt sooner or later. We'll clean up the mess. Don't concern yourself about it. I'm sure you had no choice. If you ever find yourself back in Anvil, stop by any time and say hello. Oh, and please say nothing to anyone about our true identities. You've done well. Don't spend all the money from the reward in one place.
Got a lot to do here. We can talk later in Anvil.
Sorry. Can't talk right now. Sorry.
Go to sleep, and I think we have a
Got
level.
a lot to do here. We can talk later in Anvil.
Yeah, we'll just have to go into the basement at a later time. I don't want the guards getting mad at me. Alright, well that went very well. We unhaunted the house, the pirates are back. I can walk on water. You do take fall damage when you hit the water, so that is a consideration. It's no longer safe to go into it.
What do you want? You too. Greetings, Bosma. Good day.
So, Kafi's here. This is... I almost feel like I should buy these lockpicks too, but...
Take care.
Make it... Of course.
So we send them out to plunder. Good stuff. And I'm gonna see what our take is from the previous weeks. Was that more than 1,000 gold? What? Alright, so we have 5,931 right now. Yep, 1,400 gold. Is it like 100 gold per level? That's nutty. I mean, I guess it's like 7 days, so it's, 15 gold a day per level. That's still a lot, though. Well, how fortuitous. And I guess we're like just very shy of 1 level, just barely. But we'll end the video as we often do, running across the top of water, reflecting that this is an ability that should have existed forever. Because walking on water is great, and when you get a necklace that lets you do it, that's great too. So, you feel a lot more able to explore. Like, look at this. There's a chest. Because swimming can be, perturbing in a game like this, but running on top of the water is excellent. This is great if you're, like, trying to evade capture, They can't get you out here. But anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. And perhaps I'll see you again in another stream or video. And, well, there you go. Good night.